on the last video. And so it continues. Alright, Sai. Let's go find Silvia lady. Hey, wait, this is... Oh... We gotta go all the way through back in the place. Oh, son of a poot. Okay, we gotta do a lot of backtracking, Sai. But I really hope we don't gotta deal with all those guys again. I think I'm going to have to. But well. It's okay. Because there's a thing right there. I'm gonna grab it. It's gonna be mine. Hello. A flashbulb. Thank you. Well, see, I guess there's one positive thing so far of this long expedition towards back where we've been, is I got a flashbulb, which is an item that I've never used, but I plan on using it soon. Eventually. Maybe one day. And we're back here. Well, the ladder. That's not ladder. Alright, good job, Soto. You made it. Now we gotta go through all this crap. Do you remember this crap? Yep. That crap. There's still crap. Yep. There's more fireballs. Just like last time. Congratulations. You guys did nothing different than the time I saw you. It was a long time ago. But I remember you fully. You destroyed me twice, I think. It was kind of fucked up. And I like it. Sai's back. That's not fucked up. I like that. Ah, well. We don't gotta deal with them, so... Whoa! Hey! They're different color than before! You're like pink! Hi! Take this! Oh yeah, that's right, you teleport. Never mind! No! I'm not gonna mess with them. Because the last time I messed with them, they hit me with a bunch of fireballs, and... Fuck doing that! I don't want to get hit by more fireballs and then die again. It's not worth my life. Seriously. I mean, Sai would probably be okay with it because she'd be like, hey, ghost friend, but I'm not down with that. Alright. Now we just gotta go through here and we'll be good. And then up here and then to the left is where we needed to go. Now then. Lady with cage? Cage, what? It was a jail cell. And I meant to say cats in the first place. Silver-haired lady with cats. You better be fucking appreciative.
Enter this code into that keypad. 1004. It's his birthday.
It's pretty narcissistic.
He was always distant and cold on the surface. But he had a tender side, too.
Like chicken tenders.
Who?
It doesn't matter. Just enter the code already. Alright, let's go.
Wait. Hold on. You knew the code for that the whole time? Really? Sai, we went through all that shit? And you knew the code? I'm not dancing in happiness, that was a sad dance. A very grumpy one, too. God damn it, Sai. Like, you could have saved me hours. Hours, literally. I don't believe you. You're not a person. You're not real anymore. You're a friggin' jerk. There's a thing on the ground. There's a flashbulb again. Great. Well, at least we're on the right trail anyway. But goddamn, Sai, there's multiple ways. Oh, I know there's not. That's blocked off. Okay. But then there's also that way. What's that down there? Sai, you're in the way. It looks like a pipe anyway. Alright. Well, hey, there's a thing. I'm gonna climb up there and get you, alright? Gimme. I get it. No, you get the thing. Alright. Okay. You know what? This is what. Here. This. It worked! It's just another flashbulb. I guess I'm really gonna need flashbulbs. And there's a bonfire down there. Alright then. I won't go down there just yet, but I will steal this thing. Just because it's just kind of sitting there taunting me. What the? Yes. What? Ugh. Anything over here? Anything over here? Hello? Mom? Okay. I'm just gonna go this way. Hey, hello? I'm gonna steal this. Hey! Hi! I haven't seen you in a few days. I missed? Oh. Interesting. Okay. Oh, hello! You look great too! You all look stunning in your new dresses! And pinkness. Looks like you got your nails done. You're gonna hit me, aren't you? Yes, you are trying to. You're gonna not hit me. Sorry! Ha! Good. Oh, you too? I didn't do the combo properly. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at comboing. I'm not a good Marvel vs. Capcom player, even though I love the game. I did it. Alright, I'm gonna steal this now. Golf club. Alright. That saves me some currency. And other things. Good. Alright, well, I guess I kind of want that thing. I really kind of do. I can live without it for now, but I really want it. Alright, anything down here? Oh my goodness, no. Not going down there yet. That thing's way too long and dark. I only have this flashlight. What's down here? There's stuff on the walls. I don't know how to read that stuff. Hello! Battle time! Thank you. Thank you. Alright, neat. And then they had the mystery item. But then they also had this. And I can't pick it up because I don't have enough room. It's kind of a problem, but I'll live with it. I'm gonna go and friggin' do bonfire. That's not bonfire. Yellow Bell Latte. Or latte. Don't know how to say that word.
A tall human was watering the garden. His white shirt and black slacks were simple and clean.
Teacher!
As the two young children called out, a man who was watering the grass raised his head.
Yes? Anything the matter?
The man they called teacher kneeled down to peer at the young boy through his glasses.
Teacher, when's Lot coming back?
The question came from the little girl. Even from a distance, I could see the man's face grow dark.
Teacher, will Lot ever come back?
The little boy looked up expectantly, but their teacher could only furrow his eyebrows and purse his lips. More children gathered, questions alight on their small faces. Their matching white shirts were tattered with use. I could imagine that Lot, too, had joined this circle with her signature yellow bell. The young children didn't appear to have parents. They lived in the big, plain house with the man they called teacher.
Now, what's taking her so long? She's gone away before, but...
The teacher murmured an excuse, but the children wouldn't be soothed.
We want to play with Lot again. Maybe Lot's sick. Maybe...
I didn't stop at that time, it just kind of stopped itself.
I bet she misses us. She must miss us.
As worry spread among the children, the teacher asked them a question.
Let me ask you, does it make you sad to think that Lot's lonely?
Of course. We miss her.
The teacher nodded and continued. Then, if Lot knew how you missed her, it'd make her sad, right? His voice was gentle. As I watched from a distance, I hesitated momentarily. I knew that the yellow bell that Lot possessed was from this orphanage, which was why I'd come. But I couldn't imagine that she really had a family in this place. Would anyone care if she were gone? Their worries now put to rest, the children returned to their games, but one girl lingered behind. A freckled girl with curly hair.
But we're all...
the girl mumbled, looking down at her feet.
We're all still sad, even if Lot isn't lonely.
The teacher put his hand on top of the girl's head.
I suppose there are some things that can't be helped.
I know what you do at night,
the girl blurted, looking at him hard.
If you really felt it couldn't be helped, then you wouldn't be out searching for Lot every night after we've gone to sleep.
The teacher quickly put a finger to his lips.
Everyone's worried enough as it is.
But now I'm more worried about you, teacher.
The man simply nodded with a sad smile at the girl's words.
I know that. And I'm sorry.
Then, with the hose still in hand, he looked at the sky and spoke aloud.
Between you and me, I'm not all that worried about Lot. I'm sure she'll still survive outside these walls. All that matters is that we all considered her family. I'm sure she wants to treasure those words too, because the family we made here is the only one we've ever had. As far as I'm concerned, we're Lot's family, and as long as she knows that, everything will be okay. And to be honest, I believe that Lot will return someday.
Night came, and the lights in the orphanage winked out. I slowly crept out from the shadows that spread before the orphanage. The moment the teacher saw me, he stopped in his tracks. The light from the full moon completely transformed me. I rang the bell, knowing it was all I could rely on.
Lot? Is that you?
Yes. It's me, Lot.
So then, does this mean you're ready to come back to our home?
But of course. If you'll have me, that is. Back at the orphanage, the freckled girl was trying her best to calm the children who were crying from the teacher's absence. For days now, she'd taken his place guarding them at night. Holding the young girl to him, the teacher announced my return to all the children, to all the family. I am Lot. Lot with her yellow bell. A gentle member of this orphanage, with a bigger family than anyone could ask for.
Well, I know how to pronounce the name now. Lot. Chicken! Oxygen cylinder. Holy shit! You want me to carry around an oxygen cylinder for 600 health? Dude, those things are heavy as shit! You're crazy. I made room. I did it. I made room. Hey, I made room. I can pick this up. You gotta go look at it. Come on, Sai. A hammer. Good. Alright, Sai. So that way, I'm pretty sure is where we gotta go to progress. I think. So before that, we have other things to check out. Like I guess down there too. I didn't even notice that. But then we also got stuff over there. Yeah, we got a lot of things to look at first. So let's just shove our heads into this area and find what we can find. Like these guys. My weapon broke. Sigh, I'm pretty good at killing jellyfish. Alright. Well, that's all settled. And things. And I got an item. That wasn't just another flashbulb, though. Is just giving me a lot of flashbulbs. I think they really want me to use them, but I haven't really found the spot to use them in properly. Hello? Do you want a flashbulb? I can use one on you if you want, but I think it'd be kind of silly. I'll use it, but this is weird. It has been equipped. I did it. How do I do this? Hey, what do you... No, get back first. Oh, I'm sorry. It's glowing. That means I'm... Ow! You missed, but still. Stop that. Please? Whoa! Wow! That actually does a lot of damage. That was 500 damage. I like it. These flashbulb things are pretty good. And I'm level 29. Whoa! Hey! My flashbulb burnt out. You made my flashbulb burn out! Dick? Alright. They're fancy as hell. But I think I should wait to use them on things that are not these ladies. Just saying. Get down! Thank you. Alright. Oh, there's still more? Jeez, how many more are there? There's more there, there's more down there probably? Jeez! We're just gonna grab this item now. Because you ladies are ridiculous. Alright, hey, stop that. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, those all just linked together? I think it was. Fine. I don't need to deal with them. And this, I think, is the last thing I need to check out before I can go down the big long hallway. Good. Let's see what we can find here. Maybe some kind of whale oil. Alright, that's... What? I wouldn't have any use for that. Down! There you go. I was tired of your bullshit. There was a lot of it, too. So that really says something if I was tired of it. You know, things. Alright. Going to assume there's just one little small room up here. There's going to be an item, maybe 2 more bitches. And that's going to be the end of that chapter. Oh. I was right! Hey, don't be sad. I missed you. I got a mystery item and I got hurt. Okay, get out of here. I'm gonna die if I don't leave. Fucking hell. Alright. Don't need to worry about that. I stole the goods. I got away. I can't run straight for the life of me. Fuck it. I really think that is everything else I needed to do, too. Yeah. Alright. That's a pretty thorough sweep if I do say so myself, Miss Sai. I'm still upset about the whole passcode thing. You didn't tell me earlier, but... Well... You are a flawed individual. No one's perfect. Unlike me. Nah, I'm very flawed too, actually, so... I didn't say anything. A spear. Thank you. A purple bell Silvia. Nice color.
Dawn was just about to break, and the subdued rays of morning light were finally spreading across the sky. I was taking my time, strolling through the bustling scene of the early hours. The clamor hurt my ears. Angry shouts rang from the main street, while flirts could be heard in the alleys. I avoided the hubbub on my way. Just being in a foul place like this made me remember the life I'd led. There was a shop with its door propped open. The music that wafted from within was not what you'd consider uplifting. The sign by the entrance was half shrouded in dark. The word Silvia adorned it.
Boss, I think you've had enough,
a sweet voice said from behind the bar. The bartender was a long-haired woman in a sleeveless dress who was leaning against the wall.
I know it's up to you, but I think you've been hitting the bottle hard lately.
The voice was young and lilted, like that of a male cat calling to a female.
I think it might not... Rika!
A glass clattered hard against the bar's surface, cutting her off. Silence followed.
Fine. Don't listen to me then.
The girl behind the counter took the glass to fill it, but grumbled in disapproval.
I'm just saying this out of concern for you. You look exhausted these days. And the last lady to run this place, well, you know.
Rika!
Again, the glass hit the counter. A cigarette was lit.
Once you're done, you can leave for today.
What?
Do you want me to fire you?
The woman bristled with anger. But the girl named Rika only shrugged her shoulders.
Don't say that. If you deserted me, I'd be all alone.
The glass she placed on the bar didn't smell of the pungent alcohol. It was a white liquid.
The last owner of this place died from alcohol poisoning. I don't want that to happen to you. See you tomorrow.
There was the sound of high heels approaching. I darted behind the sign.
Huh?
Rika looked up and down the alley, bathed in morning light.
Silvia?
I already knew who she was calling to by that name. Rika gave a heavy sigh, for the first time, and dragged her feet down the dirty street. It was only when she was finally out of sight that I made up my mind. I'd never heard how Silvia had been brought up before she died. She was so shy and quiet. There wasn't much to say about her. She was the one girl I didn't hate. But now, I was going to steal her name. At first, I thought it was revenge. It had to be. Revenge against them for living better lives than me. And it was revenge against my own cruel fate. Step by step, I made my way through the half-open door into the shop and whispered, "Mama." The woman was slumped over the bar, the same as when Rika first left. She sluggishly hoisted herself up to look at me and shook her head as though she wasn't sure what she was hearing. I whispered once more, "Mama." That's when her barren eyes, laced with crow's feet, wrinkled in a squint.
Oh, so it's you.
She laughed with tears in her eyes.
You poor little thing. You look just the same as when you first came here.
Something about how she said that made her sound like Rika.
Where have you been? You've been gone for so long. What have you been doing with yourself? Here, drink up. You can have this. It's your favorite. I'll give you whatever you need. Anything at all.
There's a good girl. She cooed in a slow drawl, offering me the glass. I wonder if Silvia was also served warm milk like this the first time she came here. "I'm sorry," I whispered for the first time to myself. "I am Silvia. Silvia, with her purple bell. The little girl who was held close by Mama in a small downtown bar."
Cats. Alright, Sai. It's time to go down here. And then we're gonna go down another thing. And it's gonna be long, dark. This is not the right way! Alright, Sai. It's time to go down here. And then we're gonna go down another thing. And it's gonna be long, dark, and have a few boxes like that. Probably gonna see some ghosts. Maybe some more robos. I don't know. But I'm gonna break this. Done. Good. Oh. Well, I kinda wanna go open it, actually.
If the ID cannot be confirmed.
Whoa! Hey! Hello! Excuse me! I'm sorry. Okay, I don't want to be removed. Don't remove me! Stop it! Okay, thank you. Okay. Hey, can you blow this box up, actually? Come here. Get over here. Blow it up. Blow it up. Nope, you don't. Okay. Sorry. Jesus. Fucking ID removed and confirmed and... Goddamn. Daleks. I don't understand them. Oh, well, looks like there's an opening in the wall over here. You behind this box
If
again?
the ID cannot be confirmed, you will be
Bring it on!
removed. If the
Excuse me.
ID cannot be confirmed,
Okay.
you will be removed.
I bet. You're not very good security if I can beat you with a golf club. But, you know, maybe when they need to improve a little bit. I'll give them some tips. It's kind of like when friggin' companies hire hackers to hack into the system and advise them. Or something like that.
The security's been activated. It's locked tight. Well, only one way to go. Forward!
Right.
So, if I wasn't like 4 seconds slower, or if I was 4 seconds slower, I would have been screwed. And I would have no way to progress forward. That would have been terrible. Good thing I was quicker than 4 seconds. Orange Bell Bisque. Story time.
Everyone in town called the old writer who lived in this house a weirdo. The house was old-fashioned, and the walls seemed weighted with history. So little care and upkeep had been done to the place, it wouldn't be a stretch to call it a dump. The front door was always open, and not because it wasn't locked, but because there was no lock at all. Some would think that an invitation to burglars, but the place was such a mess that you'd lose all interest in stealing the moment you stepped inside. The house reflected its owner, an oddball, aged and in disarray. And this day, that oddball writer was laying in the middle of his hallway. For a moment I thought he was dead, but every once in a while, his finger would twitch, betraying signs of life. The bones in the back of his hands stood out, gnarled under paper-thin skin, but his slicked back hair looked young. The black framed glasses he habitually wore had stayed on, even after his fall. He'd probably worn those glasses so long that they were a part of his very being. And there he lay, weaving my way through the filth and the clothes and the furniture. I entered the house, and he didn't even notice.
Bisque.
He called my name in a gravelly voice. With each call, my body would shiver with surprise, and the bell would ring. It was a refreshing sound. The old man must have heard it too. He immediately leapt off the floor and turned his back to me.
Not another step.
The man almost spat out.
I don't want you coming near me.
And with that, he went back to the mountain of papers that buried what might have once been a desk. His hand never stopped moving as he scratched at his head. Believe it or not, he'd call out, drop to the floor, and do it all again. I was thoroughly baffled. And so I sat in the corner of the writer's room until night fell. The bell at my neck continued to tinkle lightly as I tilted my head. Can this man truly be Bisque's family? I came to check up on him every few days, but each time he'd act just as wild and nonsensical. When he wasn't throwing himself on the floor, he was completely immersed in his writing. Disturbed by his unnatural behavior, I tried my best not to allow my bell to ring, and so I stayed nestled in the corner until I finally heard the sound of a pen sliding across the desk.
Phew.
A loud sigh was immediately followed by a loud thud. He'd fallen backwards off his chair.
Finally, finished.
The way he breathed those words sounded so unlike his usual crazed tone. I lifted my head, and the bell chimed to him gently. With his back still on the floor, he let out a low moan.
Oh, Bisk. Bisk, my dear.
I was sure he'd yell at me to stay away again today, but instead he just lifted his thin, ghost-like arm and gestured to me. Just as I neared him, with my careful, steady steps, he suddenly grabbed me by the scruff of my neck and dragged me down with him. At first I went stiff with fear, but then I heard the beating of his heart. He gently closed his eyes and petted me.
Ah, Bisk, is that you? You've gotten so much thinner since I last saw you.
His bony hands were rough, but he petted me softly. As I sat there, unable to answer, the beating of his heart became softer and softer. He continued to coo at me gently.
Finally, I'm able to sleep.
His last words sounded more like he was speaking them from a dream. As the hand on me never wavered, I finally realized. My doubts were cleared. I understood now that this was the orange-belled Bisk's family. And as I gently closed my eyes, I could feel the sound of my own heartbeat, slowly melting free of its ice. I am Bisk. Bisk with her orange bell. The foster child who brings peaceful slumber to the master writer, whom everyone called crazy.
I like the color orange. Okay. Well, we did things. Now we're gonna go forward. Cutscenes.
No boy. Looks like a dead end. Guess he means business.
Huh? A dead end?
In other words, we're trapped in here.
I guess this is the end.
Huh? What's the matter? You're a guy, aren't you? It's too early to throw in the towel. Oh, I know.
What is it?
Would you... Well, would you like to hear my story?
Sure.
A long time ago. Long ago, there was a brilliant scientist who discovered, well, the secret of interaction. That is, how humans connect emotionally. The hidden ability to communicate without words. Way in the past, people could have connected with each other using that power. So a bunch of really smart scientists got together to study the idea. They thought if they could reawaken this power in everybody, we wouldn't have to use words to understand one another. They concluded that it'd make the world a better place. There were wars at that time. People argued and fought over little things and big things alike. Everything was a point of contention, and people grew tired of it. The whole world was unanimous in supporting the project. Using a machine they called Glass Cage, humans sent a signal around the world to try and trigger the latent empathy faculty in people's heads. This would enable everyone to naturally harmonize with one another.
After that, what happened?
Well, everybody was excited. Now that they could convey exactly what was in their hearts, all sorts of misunderstandings and ill will would vanish overnight. That's what they thought. The entire world was bubbling with hope. Everyone believed it was the dawn of a new era. They believed and believed and smiled themselves to sleep. But then, the next morning, no one woke up. They slept and stayed like that forever. That's how they all died.
And you think it's happening again?
Yeah. That girl? She's gonna be the catalyst for it.
Catalyst?
Her heart will make the connection. And connect with everybody else on Earth. If it succeeds.
What if it doesn't work?
I told you. It'll be worse this time. Not a single soul will escape. And guess what? The first time around, I was the catalyst.
But, Sai, I don't get it. How did you end up as the catalyst?
Don't look at me. I have no idea. I lived a typical, ordinary life. And then one day, they forced me to take all these tests. Before I knew what was going on, they decided to use me. They plugged all these cords into my head, made me take strange medicines. It was all very weird. I'm telling you, in all my days, I'd never felt such intense pain. It happened every day. More experiments. They didn't care at all how I felt. But there was this guy. He had a heart. Sometimes he'd slip me chocolates and candy. He'd even stop by and ask me if I was doing okay. And also, he thanked me nicely.
I see. So you and that guy, well, you were like friends.
You crack me up. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call Shin and I friends. If I had to label us, we were... Wait a minute. How'd that cat get in here? The door's still locked shut.
And the exit is blocked with rubble.
Quick! After him! He might lead us to a way out!
Okay. It's been like that for a while now. What? Oh. Oh. That's probably not good.